Hey, it's Sarah from the Dainty Pear and the Dainty Pear Co. I started my company, the Dainty Pear, 7 years ago, and it's been such an amazing adventure. It's been a little bit insane here, but it's been this amazing journey of creation, and that's something I wanted to talk to you guys about today, about how everybody is and can be a creator. When I was younger, I was labeled as the most uncreative person. Even some of my very best friends would make fun of me because I couldn't even tie a bow. And in my mind, being able to tie a bow or be an artist or make something beautiful from pottery was the only way that you were considered creative. And that stuck with me. I just grew up, even until my teenage and adult years, thinking I'm not a creative person. And just within the past few years, it's really clicked with me in my heart and in my mind that you can be creative in a multitude of different ways, and it doesn't necessarily have to fit that box that society or maybe just ourselves have deemed that box is. And a lot of times that is self-imposed. I was told that story, and I told that story to myself, and I believed it for years and years. And it's been a really liberating thing to be like, I'm creative in my own way. I'm creative in Sarah's way. I am and I can be a creator. On my channels, we focus on home, including our farm, food, and worship. And so I wanted to read this quote to you. This is by Thomas S. Monson. He says, "God left the world unfinished for man to work his skill upon. He left the electricity in the cloud, the oil in the earth. He left the rivers unbridged and the forests unfelled and the cities unbuilt. God gives to man the challenge of raw materials, not the ease of finished things. He leaves the pictures unpainted and the music unsung and the problems unsolved, that man might know the joys and glories of creation." Dieter F. Uchtdorf also says, "Creation brings deep satisfaction and fulfillment. We develop ourselves and others when we take unorganized matter into our hands and mold it into something of beauty." And I think that unorganized matter can come in a lot of different ways. When I was in the grocery store the other day, I had some thoughts on what it means to be a creator. And we know that there are online digital creators like myself and maybe a lot of you who are watching this. And then there are creators that are totally offline, and that's an amazing thing too. What it comes down to for me is that a creator is someone who can see potential in the undone or beauty in the unfinished, and they can make something that wasn't there before, whether it's words, music, service, positivity, love, creating a smile. There are so many ways to do it. So I want you to think about what the thing that you can bring as a creator into the world is. I believe that we're here in partnership with God to be creators in many different ways. And when I think of it like that, and I think of how that comes and molds into my purpose and what I want to do and how I want to intentionally spend my time and my hobbies, it makes those things even more meaningful to me. So what are some things that hold us back from not tapping into those creative abilities or into being a creator? One right off the bat that I can think of is insecurity. I don't know, what if I feel like a fraud? I think a lot of us are afraid to start and maybe look a little bit silly at times. Maybe there's a thought in our mind that's like, who am I to do this, you know? And I know it's been said before, there are famous quotes about this, but who are you not to do it? Who are you not to share your light and to do things that make you happy, that can add to this world in a positive way? And many times doing that is something that can make you happy. And we are supposed to be happy. We are supposed to have joy. And being a creator is something that I have found brings joy. So don't be afraid to be that creator that you want to be and to share that with the world. It can be super scary. And maybe you're just a creator in private moments, and you're creating things just for yourself or for your family. And that is just as worthy of a goal. Now, I want to talk about if you feel stuck not knowing what you like to do, what your hobbies are, what your creative points are. I have been there. I remember my husband coming home. We had our first baby, and I was just feeling angsty. I don't know the right word. I just was feeling a lot of different things and I couldn't express it. I was kind of feeling like, should I start a business at home? I just didn't know what to do. I was kind of in a little funk. My husband is so good at this. He helped me do a brain dump. So we wrote everything on paper that I was thinking about, that I was stressed about, that I was worried about. And then he's like, okay, what are your hobbies? what do you want to do? What are you going to do in your free time? And I was like, I don't know. And I started crying and I was like, I don't even know what my hobbies are. Like, I'm a freaking mess here. So then I decided I needed to start saying yes to things. I needed to start saying yes to opportunities that came or things that I had been wanting to do for a while and that were still in me, dreams that I had had that I hadn't acted upon. And it was an amazing time of growth for me. There are definitely seasons where the answer has to be no. But I think if you're ever stuck or not feeling that joy that you want to feel, it might be a season to say yes and to try new things. If you would have talked to anybody that I knew growing up, they would probably still to this day not believe that I am coming out with a cookbook or that I even have any interest in cooking, because that was not always the case. I am a firm believer that you can change and you can evolve, and you need to allow yourself the ability to do that. And hopefully others will allow you to change and evolve and grow and stretch yourself as well. And we need to be surrounding ourselves with people who do that for us and who we do that for too. We should be cheerleaders for others achieving their goals and following their dreams and growing and stretching and evolving themselves, keeping that abundant mentality and being happy for others. So I started experimenting in the kitchen with cooking. I was like, I should probably be a little bit more domestic. I didn't really have any interest in that. In high school, I chose to take automotive classes. I could change my brake pads or my spark plugs or, fix dents in my car, but I could not boil water without the pan burning because I would forget about it, walking away, and before I know it, I'm smelling this funny smell. Just was not my jam to be doing that. And then when I got into marriage and I decided that I wanted to give that a try, I found out that I actually really liked it. So allowing ourselves to say yes to things we even previously maybe thought we didn't like is a great way to maybe start that creative journey or starting new things. One of the amazing things I found stepping into more of a creative role is that there is absolute magic that happens when people who are doing what they do best come together and work together and collaborate. That has been pure magic for me. There's so many moving parts and it's really exhausting and it's really a lot of amazing fun. But it's not easy, but it's been a joy and it's been fulfilling coming together with all of these amazing women on my team and creating that magic. And that right there is an emotional payday for me when I'm able to feel that excitement and that creativity and that energy from everybody taking their talents and doing something that they're good at. It is so much fun. In closing, I just want to tell you that you are a creator. Even if you don't feel like it, even if you don't know what that means yet, if you want to be, you can step into that. There is something that you have, that only you have, that you can bring to the world. Even if it's something that somebody else does, there's plenty of room for everybody, and we all have our own personalities, our own things that make us special, and you can bring it to the world in your own unique way. Everybody is a creator. We all have creativity in our own right, and I hope you will go on this journey with me to not only discover what that is, but put it out there and enjoy that creative process. You can find me on Instagram at the Dainty Pear and on YouTube, and you can find my cookbook in our kitchen line and blog on thedaintypear.com. You are amazing. You have got this. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later.